Thursday, June 30th, 2016.
Please. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dispense with reading the minutes.
Need a second?
I'll second it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Shenigal?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Okay, Pete.
You know, I think you're aware, every week, CCAO puts out some newsletters, and I forwarded that to you guys, and wanted you to pay attention to one item in there, which is Medicaid managed care organizations. Way back in, I guess, 2009, the state of Ohio decided that the services and supplies that provided to those agencies were taxable, and they could essentially pass that tax along to Medicaid and get reimbursed for it.
What's an example of that, Pete? I don't understand.
You know what, Pat, I'm not sure, but what I'm thinking of is probably like nursing homes.
Mm-mm. No tax on that, though.
Oh, like in-home care?
No, in
like
other words,
the-
the folks that are providing services to them,
But they don't pay sales tax, though.
not the nursing home.
No, I know. I mean, Karen and I were talking about it, and we were trying to think of what that is, that's sales tax oriented.
You know what I'll do is I'll ask CCO to try to give us some examples of that. But anyway,
We were thinking like the wheelchair that got sold to the person that paid for it with Medicaid would be a taxable thing,
could be,
maybe.
yeah, could be.
But still, it wouldn't amount to that much drop, what you're saying their estimate is, because,
Well, what you saw there is, what they gave like an average, 7.5%. That on average, that affects, you know, all the counties, on average.
it's hard to believe.
One as high as 25%, which is Vinton County, which is the smallest county in Ohio, and it's 25% of them. The auditor forwarded me a list that he got from Director Tim Keene with the state that listed every county and had their percents. We're on the low end, but still it amounts to about $600,000 a year to our sales tax.
What percentage is that, would that be percentage of that? You're saying Vinton was 25%, what would that be for us?
Ours is about 4%.
4%?
Yeah, about 600,000,
Still
based
a
on,
lot.
based on 2015's monies that we got in sales tax.
But you still have to figure out what is being eliminated to find out what our percentage is.
Oh.
You know, I was, even Karen was scratching her head, we couldn't figure out what's taxable.
Well, we've always scratched our heads over the years is, okay, how is all of our sales tax broken down into? Yeah, when they always told us, well, we can't tell you. Well, they figured that out out in Columbus.
Well, ask them if they got some examples.
I will. But essentially, you know, and the state is saying as of July 1st, 2017, they're gonna change that. It looks like the problem is they're not doing it to everybody. They're only doing it to Medicaid MCOs. If they'd have done it to non-Medicaid MCOs, there probably wouldn't be an issue. But sounds like Columbus, for lack of a better word, you know, played some games and we end up getting
Goes back
burned.
to when they were gonna charge services, different sectors of the economy to increase sales tax. And when they were gonna charge lawyers, sales tax.
Yeah.
And doctors, and then everybody had a fit.
Right.
It was all part of the governor's idea.
Right.
And
That
then
part must have still stayed in there.
Something stuck, and now somebody challenged it more.
Yeah, the federal government is, yep. So I think the idea is get hold of your legislators, back CCAO in this, and get them to try to change something so we don't get dinged, you know, again. I mean, that's a lot of money.
It is. Well, especially when you got hit in local government funds years ago.
Right.
Very same issue.
Exactly.
Have we ever figured out what dollars between the local government funds that we've got cut and the money that we're getting that was to replace that?
We lost, what, about 1.2 million from its height
Right.
to where I would say the low point was.
And the casino tax was supposed to replace.
Right. Casino tax, well, we're probably around 900,000, maybe a little less than that. But the other part we lost was personal property.
That was
That's right.
huge.
Yeah, that was another 450,000 a year. That's gone.
And the townships lost the estate tax.
Townships lost estate taxes as well.
Well, the reason that personal property tax was to get businesses, the increase to come into the state.
Yeah.
And I wonder how much, I mean, I can't remember any businesses coming into your county because of,
Yeah, because they don't have to do personal property taxes anymore.
Not like Florida where you don't have income tax.
Okay. I'm gonna pass this out. This is, Carol and I had a meeting with independent energy consultants on our, community natural gas aggregation program. There's just some of the highlights of what they discussed and what they're recommending. Again, our agreement is end of the October. They went out and did, essentially put, RFPs out there for about 41 companies to submit proposals. Of course, what we found out, there's a lot of those companies really aren't into this business. There's only a handful. Based on what they got, they're recommending we go with Volunteer Energy Services. Again, we had them several years, about 4 years ago?
They were right before IGS.
Yeah, before IGS. Again, we had quite a few administrative issues with them. Independent has said that Volunteers made a lot of big changes, that their customer service is now almost on par with the other providers. And because of the rate that they're gonna give us, that they recommend we go with them. What they're gonna do, they're recommending is a 2-year contract, and select a variable rate, which is an 8% discount from Columbia Gas's standard choice offer, which they're saying that's the best you're gonna get out there.
Why, how can they do that, Pete? I don't, how can they offer 8% lower than Columbia Gas, who is the gas company?
Because it's an unregulated market anymore. Deregulation, Pat. Remember that big buzzword out there years ago? That's what this is. It's
So they're
deregulation.
buying their gas from Columbia Gas Transmission?
Who knows where Volunteers buying it from?
You don't know.
You don't know.
they could be buying it out of Louisiana.
Right.
I mean, we used to buy, we hedged gas when I was in business, and I mean, you can get it from all over the country.
Yeah, especially with the
Yeah.
2 big shale regions, that Marcellus and, what's the other one? Utica shale areas,
Yeah.
which is, we're not part of it, we're pretty close to it though, eastern and southeastern Ohio.
Yeah.
So, that's part of one of those areas. So that's what they're recommending. This, again, it is a variable rate. And basically what that does is right now, the way that the gas markets are, those rates have gone down so much, we'll take advantage of that. Now, if rates happen to spike up, we can change out to a fixed price contract within this time period.
Okay.
Who
That's
makes
what they're
that?
recommending.
Who decides that when the market's going up?
I'm sure that's where independent will come back and tell us, say, hey, guys, you gotta switch
Time to
this.
get a fixed
Yeah, time to
And
fix it.
there's gonna be times when, their rates are not as good as somebody else's rates who's in that same business, but, it's up and down and up and down.
Well, it's
But
just
take a
like-
look at what they've
As a matter of
said.
fact, that's kind of where we're at with the current program right now.
Right.
Yeah. There's a few guys that are coming and say, hey, we can get you a little better
It's
rate.
not hard to beat us right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We're pretty much,
yeah.
Because we're locked in.
right.
right.
It was a good price 2 years ago, but not so much now.
Oh, everything, gasoline, gas, all that's come down, but even the next load of gas coming in is 30% higher than what they, like say, a gas station put in a week ago.
When you say
They
we're
have
quite,
spiked back up again a little bit.
you said we're quite a bit higher, what's quite a bit higher?
Right now, we are at .548. We got people who are getting quotes that are, you know, .4, even.
Yeah, about .4,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
around .4.
And so for the last few months, people that have called in with that, I've told them, you know, you might want to consider leaving ours. You can always get back on because there is that much difference.
Yeah,
Wow.
They have to pay attention because a lot of these deals, there are in and out penalties.
So I encourage them to read the fine print so they don't get hit with a termination fee.
Is there a termination fee to get
Some.
out?
Some do.
Some not.
We don't with our program. There's no fees.
So if we're at .548 and Columbia Gas, as you said, at .4,
It's usually like Dominion or something like that, right? But,
can we get out of ours, the citizens?
Yes, you can.
Just call them?
Yep. Yeah, that's the nice thing about, the way we've done this is we put no penalties on the consumers for jumping in or jumping out.
Should we tell the public that we're this much higher?
Must be the devil ditch.
You'd be surprised how
666.
well they understand this. I get a lot of calls and, you know,
Is there
I think a lot of them are just waiting because we're getting so close to the end of ours. They're sitting on it to see what we come back with. I have people who will call me back in August to find out what.
But they can't jump in and out.
With ours, they can.
They can jump in and
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
I thought that once they got out, they had to wait a period of
No.
time before
No.
they got back in.
That's one of the things that's very attractive to ours.
So you just call a 800 number and you want to get out?
Well, I think what happens is you sign up with another company and they contact,
Ah,
and they'll switch it.
okay.
I like phone companies. They like to call the other competitor and saying, yeah, you're losing
Yeah, I
this
mean-
customer.
I got 'em.
I mean, you get the stuff from these guys in the mail all the time.
They actually go door to door right now.
Some of them.
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah,
came to
we've
my
got some
door.
that are.
Okay.
So-
What else you got?
So we'll bring in a resolution next week, and then at some point, we're gonna get a contract from Volunteer.
Okay.
So you know that's coming. Okay, the other thing I had was, remember we had some questions about I'm gonna call change order number 3 for the Bayview project, about adding
Yeah.
a sewer meter over there. I believe, gave you copies of the email we got back from Pogemeyer, and also there was some, of course, our sanitary engineer, he had added his comments as well. I don't know if you want me to read through all of these, but bottom line basically is, no, it didn't get into plans. Of course, Pogemeyer's saying, yeah, we did miss it. But there were a lot of eyes that went over this, that somebody should have said something, like Sandusky should have said something.
But, but there was a meter pit shown on the drawing. Remember I showed you that? What was that?
Those are the new drawings.
No, there was
No, no.
one from the old one. It was dated old.
No, there's no, I checked it with my magnifying glass, there's no date there.
On the right-hand side?
No. No.
Well, I was in a meeting where
Those are
Jack
what
Myers
the-
knew there was a meter
There's the,
pit
it's the
going
the
there.
manhole, the elevation, and then the electrical piece of it. That's those 3 pages. And that's all the new, for the new thing. There's there was nothing old in there. But what Jack was saying, he thought that they were gonna put a meter on the main pump station in town.
Hmm.
That's what his comment was.
Yeah, no, we talked about this years ago, and, because the discussion was over the force main going down, you know, from Bayview
Mhm.
into the city. And you wouldn't want that to not register that volume of flow through there, so the only place to put the meter was at the city line.
Yeah, well, obviously Pogemeyer missed it.
Well, you'd think we should have picked up on it too.
And that's kinda what they're saying.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
that's why we hire an engineer.
mm-hmm.
Well, how much money is this?
It's about 44,000.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But we have to have it.
You
Yeah,
would-
I mean, yeah, what comes into play is the fact that had it been in there, would have built into the price, we would have got the money from USDA, either a loan or whatever, Now we've got to rely on contingencies.
Yep.
Do we have enough contingency?
And
Pay for-
at this current moment, we do.
But I thought there's a
There's
rumor out there about they missed all the laterals and the manhole lineal footages by 200,000.
something like that. I got a hold of Pogomar and asked them to thoroughly check this out.
Well, I told you guys last time, I mean, you gotta do this, but you better keep track of all this.
Right.
Because in the end, we don't have enough money,
Right.
somebody's in trouble.
Mhm.
We gotta begin the process though, of collecting too from those, like they recommended, from those customers out there.
Right.
So I don't care if we start now, it's July and August or what, but
Mhm.
we're gonna have to start.
Yeah. I mean, we do have
A box full of
we have a
that.
few line items in the budget that, there's some items that we're not gonna spend money on, but it's nothing huge. I mean, every little bit helps, but I can't say that it's,
Well,
gonna
let's
offset all
do
of this.
And keep our eye, like you said, we've all discussed this probably ad nauseum.
It's not something you can't do, you gotta do it.
You gotta do
So,
The change order document.
yeah.
It's in there.
Okay.
We're kicking dirt and we know we gotta do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So whenever you, get the change order up here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got-
Okay, thank you, Pete. It's 9:45. We'll have the bid opening regarding DUS utility building. Is this one of those 268 ones? Okay.
So Pete, on this software, is this software that we're opening up, does it talk to the auditor's software?
It is supposed to, yeah. That is part of, we made a addendum that they need a patch in there to talk to the auditor's software, and if the auditor gets new software, they gotta provide a patch to talk to the new software.
Okay, let's go.
You got a number for that Sandusky County?
They're gonna call us.
They're gonna call us.
Okay. The first bid is from Tyler Technologies of Yarmouth, Maine.
Remember we used to get candy in these? We used to get candy and cookies in these bids and stuff. Yeah.
Can't do that anymore.
No.
And they do have a bid bond present. And the second bid is from Civic Systems LLC out of Madison, Wisconsin. And they do have a bid bond present as well, in the form of a check. And the third bid is from MuniLink out of Bellwood, Pennsylvania. bid bond is also present in form of a check. And the final bid is from Diversified Technology Corp. Out of Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. And their bid guarantee is also present in the form of a check.
You've heard the bids, what's your pleasure?
Turn them over to DOES for their bid.
Second?
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Shenango?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, it's 9:50, we'll have the bid opening in regards to the pavement marking on various roads.
Kathy, you bring a knife with you. Uh-oh, look out.
No, weapons are not allowed in the county building. I read the doors.
Thank you.
Heard a lot of these names before.
All right. First, Oglesby Construction. Bid bond is enclosed. Bid amount, $158,639.95. 158,639.95. Next is A&A Safety. Bid bond is enclosed. Bid amount, $215,423.25.
Wow.
215,423.25.
Oh, being a little over.
Third bid is Duramark. Bid bonds enclosed. Bid amount, $159,988.54. 159,988.54.
You heard the bids, what's your pleasure?
Turn them over to the highway engineer.
Second.
Mr. Shenango?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes. Want to do the resolutions while we wait? Let's do the resolutions, Pat. For our last bid opening.
Motion to appoint James Miller and Mary Jane Hill to the Erie County Port Authority.
Second.
Mr. Shenango?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing payment to Toledo Clinic for supplies provided to the Sheriff's Department.
Second.
Mr. Shenango?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing auditor to make budget modification.
Second.
Mr. Shenango?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Resolution entering into an amendment number 6, a sub-grant agreement with Ehovie.
Could we do amendment 5 first? It's in there. That just makes more sense, I think. Thank you.
Resolution for the purpose of entering an agreement, amendment number 5 to the sub-grant agreement with Ehovie.
Second.
Mr. Shenango?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
And now, resolution for the purpose of entering an amendment number 6.
Second.
Thank you. Mr. Shenango?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Resolution for purpose of declaring certain items surplus and are to be sold by internet auction.
Second.
Mr. Shenango?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing county auditor to make budget modifications and supplemental appropriation.
Second.
Mr. Shenango?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Resolution for then and now.
Second.
Mr. Shenango?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Resolution regarding annual ditch maintenance assessments.
Second.
Mr. Shenango?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Resolution authorizing county auditor to make interfund transfers.
Second.
Mr. Shenango?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
And resolution entering into an agreement with Erie Blacktop.
Second.
Mr. Shenango?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Got a minute or so.
Couple minutes.
Yeah. Sandusky County's the lead on this joint ditches.
Yes.
Remember the ditch areas we used to have with
They were
Sandusky
brutal.
County?
Used to let everybody stand up and talk. For hours.
Even in these joint ones?
Yeah.
Oh,
We'd have to go over there and they gave everybody in the room a chance to talk.
Where is that Sylvester Brenner Joint County ditch? Is that over in Groton?
No, I'd have to look, I'm not sure.
Must be.
It'd be on the county map.
Yeah, it's gotta be in Groton. I would think. Well, I guess it could be in Margaret, too.
I would say for sure, the wall ditch is Margaretta.
yeah, that has to be. I think Carbler is too.
Yeah, I think Carver's that one that's, we had problems with that years ago.
I'll look, just out of curiosity.
Okay, it's 10 o'clock. We'll have the bid open regarding the A Street force main replacement.
There's a separate sheet for each
Oh.
bidder. There's 3 alternates in this bid.
So does Leah.
The first bid is from Hanks Plumbing and Heating out of Toledo, Ohio. do have a bid guarantee contract bond. And their bid for alternate A, $846,400.no. Their bid for alternate B is $1,095,299. And their bid for alternate C is $835,000 even. $835,000. Our bid number 2 is from Spear Brothers out of Sandusky, Ohio. Okay, they do have a bid guarantee and contract bond present. Their bid on alternate A is $843,315. Their bid on alternate B is $831,755. And their bid on alternate C is $831,755.
They didn't work that pencil too hard on C, did they? Okay, you heard your bids, what's your pleasure? We need a motion, Pat.
Turn them over to, who's gonna review this?
Environmental Services,
And you?
we can.
Yeah, as long as you're gonna do it, I'll turn them over to Pete and Environmental Services.
Second.
Move second, let clerk call the roll.
Mr. Shenandoah?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Thank you.
I don't know how to do
Here,
that.
just-
Hello?
This is Sandusky County for the resolution reading.
Yes, we're ready. This is Erie County.
Okay, we have Commissioner Poulter and Commissioner Thatcher, are all three commissioners on today.
Yes, we're all three here.
I'm going to go ahead and read the resolution. We have Resolution 2016-160. The resolution is authorizing that the proposed maintenance work for 2016 for the Sylvester Brenner Joint County Ditch No. Avenue Carver Joint County Ditch is at 4%, and the Wall Ditch is at 2.5%. Do we have any questions?
No?
Jerry Thatcher will move for approval.
Tom Farrell the second.
Thank you. I'll do roll call. Commissioner Madigan?
Yes.
Commissioner Shanigo?
Yes.
Commissioner Farrell?
Yes.
Commissioner Polter?
Yes.
Commissioner Thatcher?
Yes.
So moved. Thank you so much. We'll send a copy of this over to you.
All right, you guys have a great week.
Thank
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it for me.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Need a motion to close session regarding litigation, since there's nobody here for comments.
Second.
Oh, I can't make the motion. Just say,
Yes.
thank you.
Second.
Mr. Shenigo?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes. Yes.
Can you hang around?
Motion
to
to
adjourn.
I've got a meeting right now with Jason and regional planning. I'll be over regional planning.
Mr.
All right.
Shenigo?
Yes.
Mr. Monahan?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
This is my-